Hey everyone, today we are going to solve LeetCode problem number 1239, maximum length of concatenated string with unique characters. This question has been asked in Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon and Uber. Okay, let's have a look on the problem statement. You are given an array of string ARR. Okay, a string S is formed by concatenation of a subsequence of ARR that has unique characters. Okay, and we have to return the maximum possible length of S. Okay, so as per the problem statement, we are given an array of string and we have to form a string S which is made of concatenating any subsequence of these strings. Let's say U, N, I, Q, U, E. But this should have unique characters. And here U is coming twice, so we cannot consider that. We can consider empty string, not considering anyone. We can UN we can consider because it is a subsequence of ARR and it has unique characters. Okay, so all of these are candidates UN, IQ, IQUE, and so on. IQUE. All these we can consider as well as we have to get the maximum possible length of S. So here if we see that U and IQ, if we concatenate U and IQ, all the characters are unique in it and its length is 4. So if I take UN, length is 2, won't consider that. IQ we cannot consider, UE we cannot consider, empty string we cannot consider, UN IQ we can consider and it is of length 4. And UN IQ UE we cannot consider because U is coming twice. It is having duplicate elements. IQ UE we can consider it is of length 4. So we have to return the maximum possible length of this S string. So here in this case it is 4. Okay, and as per the constraints given to us, the array length can go up to 16 and every element is having length of 26 and ARRI contains only lowercase English letters. So constraints are not too big and also I get a idea that we have to check all the possible combinations to form S and later on we can check whether S is having unique characters or not. Okay, so in this case if we try to look at the approach, I will be following backtracking in this case, like checking all the possible combination. If we have to check all the combination of this ARR, so every step, what is our basic criteria of doing the backtracking? At every step, or we can say at every index, we have two possibility. Either we have to consider this element UN, or we have to discard this element empty set, and then move further. Okay, so once we have all the possible combinations of this of S, and S is a subsequence, so we are going from index 0 to n. In this case, if we are considering or discarding any element, in the end the S is going to be the concatenation of any subsequence of this ARR. So for all these candidate S, what we can check is we can check in the end that whether that string is having unique characters or not. Okay, so if I try to write a code logic for that, maybe let's say our function is given to us where in the input we are having ARR, and we can write a helper function where we will pass the string, and what else we have to pass? Index, from where we have to start the call. We will start from index 0, and we also need to track a temporary string, and this is list of string. Okay, this is going to be our helper function where in the end we are going to make two calls. Passing array further and moving index by 1 unit, index plus 1, idx plus 1, it will be represented by index idx. And in the first case, we are not considering the current element. In that case, temp will proceed ahead without any change. If we consider the current element, the temp will be having the current element as well. So ARR dot get IDX. One option is that discarding the current element or concatenating the current element. So when is our terminating case? If IDX equal to n is the length of ARR. So if in that case, we will check whether we have unique characters or not. If unique characters in temp. If in temp we have unique characters, in that case we can update our answer. And answer we can take a separate variable which we will initialize with 0. So from this helper function, we are going to get all the possible combinations of this s string, and in the end, at the terminating case, we will check whether s is having all the unique characters. If it is having all the unique characters, we will update our answer. Otherwise, we will just discard, or we have to return from here. Okay, in this way, the backtracking is going to work, and the time complexity is going to be 2 raised power n, because at every element in ARR we have two possibility, whether to consider that or we have to discard that, and we have n elements in it. So 2 raised power n, and the complexity to compare to check whether the string is having all the unique characters or not, that is also going to be added in it. So n into 26 will also be added. So ultimately it will be close to n is 2 raised power n. And what is the space complexity? It will be equivalent to the recursion stack. So 2 raised to power n is our time to solve this problem. As it is not having too large constraints, so it is going to be submitted. Okay, now let's have a look at the code. Let's write code for this problem. First of all, we will write a helper function where we will pass array, and we are starting our solution from 0 index, and we will also pass a temporary string. And this helper function will update my answer variable at the edge case, and in the end we can directly return our answer because our answer is updated by this helper function. Okay, now write the helper function private void helper array index and temp. So our terminating case is when index is equal to array dot size. Otherwise we'll make two call helper arr idx plus 1 and with temp, like discarding the current element, not considering the current element. And in the second call we are considering the current element. If we consider the current element, the value of current element will be added to our temp string, so which is arr dot get idx. Okay, these two calls are made. Now we have our temporary string ready. Now we have to check whether this temporary string has all the characters unique in it. So for that I'm also writing a helper function unique temp. If it is having all the unique characters, then it is a valid candidate, and we can compare its length with my existing answer. Math dot max answer and temp dot length. Okay, private int boolean unique string s. As the string is having only lowercase English letters, I'm taking a hash array of size 26 only. For let's use a for each loop. Character ch s dot to character array. If hash of character minus a is equal to 1, it means this character is already present in the hash. It means it is coming twice. In that case, we will return false. That this S string is not having unique characters. We are also capturing the frequency character minus A. So A will be stored at 0, Z will be stored at index 25 plus plus. If it is having unique characters, in that case we will be returning true. Function to check whether S is having unique characters, and this is our backtracking function to get all the possible subsequences of our given array, and we will also check whether this subsequence having unique characters or not. If it is having unique characters, we will be capturing the length, and in the end we have the biggest length of subsequence where we have unique characters. Let's try to submit our sample test cases. Stack Overflow. We also have to return after making this comparison, because this is a terminating case. We have to make the return statement as well. Let's submit again. Okay, sample test cases are passed. Submitting the problem. It got submitted successfully. Hope you understood the problem. Thank you guys.